Morning everybody, how are y'all doing today? I'm doing pretty good myself because today we're once again back to take a look at another video by JayTechTV. Now honestly at this point it feels like we're covering JayTech at least like once a month or something like that. And that's because his bad takes are usually on rapid fire mode, especially when, PlayStation announces a PC port or something like that. Now the video we're taking a look at today isn't too long, it's like 3.5 minutes or something like that, but I'm honestly happy about that because for some reason, this video just makes no sense whatsoever. Unless maybe, who knows, maybe I'm just like really stupid and I missed something. But basically, it's like he's talking about how he wants something to happen, but then he says if it does happen, it's gonna be bad. But then, like, this video is just honestly all over the place, and hopefully while I'm recording, I can sort of get my bearings on it a little bit better. But basically, this is his updated opinion on PlayStation games going to PC, and, he says at the very beginning of the video that his opinions have changed quite a bit, and he's right about that, but not exactly in a positive way, however. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video.
So I want to give you guys my updated opinions on PlayStation and PC. These opinions are completely different from how I was thinking or the type of videos I was making like 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, that's kind of true and not true, because this video is very reminiscent of a lot of older videos he did, like, that one I covered where it was, like, him celebrating that Spider-Man wasn't going to be on PC. So it's in the same style as those videos, which I actually appreciate responding to a lot more than live streams, personally. Though I can confirm, after having watched this video like 3 or 4 times, that yes, his opinions have definitely changed significantly, just not in the way you're probably expecting.
As of right now, I believe that PlayStation deceived all PS5 owners. Now hear me out.
I mean, I'll hear you out, but I'm probably still not going to agree with you.
The reason they deceived us is because when the system was about to come out, they bragged about all the capabilities, all the features. Lightning fast SSD, 4K 60, ray tracing, haptic feedback, and all of these other amazing features for the DualSense. They made it seem that, you needed to get a PS5. You weren't going to be able to experience what the PS5 was going to give us anywhere else.
Of course it comes down to exclusives, but this time it's not even exclusive games, it's exclusive features. Yes, Sony advertised things like 4K 60 and the very fast SSD. But they never said that these features were exclusive to the PlayStation. At no point did they ever say you can only run games in true 4K 60 on the PS5. Because obviously that's complete BS. The Xbox Series X can do that with some games, and PC can do that with a lot of games. Also, in the case of the super fast SSD, PC also has very fast SSDs. Now, is the PlayStation 5's extremely fast and probably one of the best out there? Yes. But that doesn't mean that PC doesn't have very good SSDs as well, or the Xbox's SSD isn't good either. Just because one company announces features for a console, that does not mean that that feature disappears from other platforms. By this logic, Sony just wouldn't have 4K 60 at all because, Microsoft said they could do that with the Xbox One X. But putting all that aside for a second, like, why is it a problem? How is it deceitful? You can still get those features, can you not? The SSD is still very fast. You can still, get very good haptic feedback with the DualSense controller. And some, not all, but some games can still be run at 4K 60 FPS. None of that is being taken away from you, so why do you feel deceived? They promised you stuff and you got the stuff they promised you. But let me guess, the issue is the fact that those features aren't exclusive to your platform.
Featuring games like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Demon Souls, God of War getting a 60 frames per second update, stuff like that.
Well, first of all, Miles Morales is a PS4 game as well, so, you know, I don't know why you're trying to say that that game is exclusive to the PS5 when it's also on the PS4. But I'm just confused. How are games getting 60 FPS modes exclusive to PlayStation? Like, I can play my games on PC at 60 or higher, and Xbox can as well. Well, I guess just 60 in most of the cases.
It really kind of hit me, I would say about 2019, if I'm not mistaken, when we got some rumors about Horizon Zero Dawn, and then literally the floodgates opened, and more games were going to PC.
Okay, and I know I asked this question a lot in PlayStation fanboy videos, but I have to ask it again. Why is it a problem that other people get to play and enjoy the same games as you? Why do these games and features of the console and stuff have to be exclusive to the platform you play on? You do realize that if another platform has the features as well, you can still play the games and use the features on your platform, right? Just because PC can do 120 FPS does not mean you can't do 120 FPS on the PS5. Just because PC and Xbox can do 4K resolution does not mean you can't also do that on the PS5. Nothing is being taken away from you if other people get to use the same features as you, or the same games.
I only give out the information that I'm given. When PlayStation is making it seem as though they care about exclusives and they want people to buy their platform for specific features or games,
I don't think PlayStation really cares for what reason people are buying their platform as long as they're buying the platform. And also, PlayStation actually takes a loss on the sale of every PS5, which I guarantee is part of the reason why they're putting more and more games on PC, because maybe they don't want to sell as many consoles, or maybe it's not that they don't want to sell as many consoles, but they want to be able to sell their games to more people who wouldn't buy a console no matter what they put out. That way they can keep making money and make up for any losses they're taking on the sale of hardware. Because something tells me Sony doesn't care where they're getting their money from as long as they're getting the money. And if they don't care about selling hardware, if they just want to, you know, push as many games to as many different platforms as possible, then why are you worried about it? Oh wait, it's because you're a fanboy.
you know, as a fan, as a PlayStation owner, you know, you're going to be excited. You're going to be proud. You're going to brag about this stuff. You're going to celebrate this stuff.
No, regular PlayStation owners are not going to celebrate and brag about the fact that they have exclusive features and games on their platform. Only fanboys like you do pathetic things like that. No normal human being brags about the fact that other people can't have access to the same features that they do. Now, yes, people will celebrate like, oh wow, these features are really cool and I'm happy that we're getting them, but people celebrate the fact that they're getting them. They don't celebrate the fact that other people don't get them, which is what you and other PlayStation fanboys do.
I feel deep down in my heart that PlayStation should go day and date.
Yeah, dude, anyone who's seen your history on this platform would know that that's not the case. And I'm not even talking about just like 5 years ago or something. Look back when Uncharted got announced for PC. Like, go look at his reaction. I'm not going to put it in this video because I might get demonetized if I do, in all honesty. But yeah, basically he and his friends had a mental breakdown. But honestly, just given his history on this platform and given leading up to this point in the video, all he was doing was complaining about the fact that the PS5 didn't have exclusive features and games on it. Something tells me this might just be coping a little bit. Something tells me he might be lying just to make himself seem not that salty. Which, sorry bro, it's not working.
Death Stranding Director's Cut, right? It went to PC in less time than the original Death Stranding.
Yeah, and I'll bet $1 million that the same is going to happen with Horizon Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok. But I'm sure you'll be perfectly happy to have those games come to PC, right?
Death Stranding went to PC in 8 months. Death Stranding Director's Cut went to PC, if I'm not mistaken, about maybe almost 5 months it took to go to PC. The oldest game, or the game that took the longest to go to PC, was Uncharted 4, roughly 5 years, right? We have a confirmation from Sony themselves that confirmed that The Last of Us Part 1 that's coming out next month on the PS5 will be coming out on PC very soon after. I feel like if you're trying to grow your fan base on PC, continuously allowing them to understand that they're not your top priority, while also wanting their money months or even years later after you release said game, is stupid.
So let me get this straight. Now you don't even want PlayStation to be Sony's top priority. You want the PC ports of the games to be their top priority. Do I have this right? This is coping on another level I haven't seen before. My theory is he wants PlayStation games on PC day and date, not so that, more people can enjoy it, but simply because, he doesn't want to be quote unquote lied to by Sony anymore. Instead of them building up his hope that, it'll be an exclusive and then letting him down a couple months or years later, he just wants them to rip the band-aid off and just have them say, oh, you know what? Nah. It's just going on PC day and date. We're not going to lead you on anymore and make you think it's exclusive and get your hopes up. Like, I see what you're doing, JayTech. This is not you wanting other people to enjoy video games. This is you desperately trying to find any way to cope with the fact that PlayStation exclusives are coming to PC, and soon enough, they'll probably be going day and date.
Because they're not going to take you seriously. Now, if you go day and date, well, you're going to lose a lot of money.
Can you guys see why I'm a little confused at this video? Like, that was the end right there. Like, he just goes through this whole thing saying, oh yeah, PlayStation games should come to PC because, like, I don't want to be lied to anymore, quote unquote lied to anymore. But then ends the video by saying that if they put their games on PC, they're gonna lose money. So does this dude want Sony to lose money because they're not doing what he wants them to do? But just in case you guys think I'm like stretching and maybe he actually is being nice, maybe he finally has changed his ways, just look at this comment in the comment section. It says, like I said before, Sony is making dollars yet chasing pennies on PC, which JayTech hearted and then replied with, which is crazy. They are too powerful not to understand how stupid it is to literally give your game away for free without payment on the PC platform. Do I even need to explain why this is so stupid? They are not giving away the games for free. They are actually charging, in most cases, besides like God of War, they are charging full price for the games. The Last of Us Part 1 is going to be $70. The only exception to the full price thing was God of War, and that was like still $50 anyway. And also, yeah, I'm sure they're chasing after pennies on PC. Let's do a little bit of math. As of February 10th, 2022, which was not even, it was like, what, half a month after God of War PC came out? I'm not exactly, I know God of War PC came out in January, whatever. It was like, at most, a month after God of War PC came out, the game had already sold 2 to 5 million copies. Now, let's assume worst case scenario. Let's plug this into a calculator and assume that they only sold 2 million copies. We're going to assume worst case scenario here. 2 million times 50 is $100 million. Yeah, I'm sure $100 million is just pennies. And just for reference, I think God of War made like $500 million on PlayStation total. So literally within a month of it releasing on PC, it already made a fifth of its revenue on PC that it did on PlayStation over the course of 4 years. But yeah, they're just chasing after pennies on PC, aren't they? They're just giving away those games for free. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Basically, what we learned today is that apparently it's a bad thing for Sony to put their games on PC because they're giving them away for free, even though they're charging full price for the... I don't know, man. PlayStation fanboys are getting so creative nowadays. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will catch you all next time.